All right then, so now all we have to do is to go ahead and one by one page, we need to display the total users, total inquiries, and total subscriptions data as a data table. So in order to do that, I'm just going to create, right after here, I'm going to create myself a division into class name, which in case it's going to be margin top as 4, then flex item center and justify it in the center, then gap it's going to be 4. Then here I'm just going to bring a link, which in case it's going to be href, it's going to be slash dashboard, then that is going to be the home route. Then copy and paste it just like the same way. There we go. See? And this is supposed to be width as 4. In the starting point. Yeah, now we are having the home and everything is over there. So this is going to be slash users, and this is going to be slash subscriptions, and this is going to be slash enquiries. So users, enquiries, and subscriptions. So save it. So you should be able to see those changes over here. But why it's taking so long? Okay, home, users, enquiries, and subscriptions. If I click this, it is going to take me to the dashboard. If I click this users, it is going to take me to the dashboard slash users. So here under this routes, I'm going to create a new folder called users. And inside this users folder, I'm going to create the page.tsx, and that is going to be sfc users, something like that. And then div, I'm just going to say users, save it. Then just exactly the same way like users, I'm going to create a new folder call for here, what to say, enquiries, and inside I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste the rest of the same stuff for over there. Okay, so yes, so I'm going to copy this page and I'm going to paste it inside over here, and inside that I'm going to sfc enquiries, and inside the div I'm going to create that enquiries sales changes, and I'm going to copy and paste this page and I'm going to change this into subscriptions, and inside here subscriptions, save these changes. Okay, now let's go ahead and do all those necessary changes for the users table. So whenever I click the users table, I just need to say over here class name with the full, and then padding it's supposed to be 8. Okay, so then right after here I need to bring the same stuff. I'm going to copy this, then I'm going to paste it in the users. So I'm going to bring this next link, so save it, which is going to display the same heading option. So usually we used to do create a layout and then display it, but this time what we can do is, it's better instead of repeating the same stuff over there, it's better to use them as in the layouts. Right after here I can bring it and I can display that inside the dashboard layout, it's better to display it. Now, even if you're going to home, we can see it on the overviews. So I can delete this one from here. So I don't want to repeat the same stuff. And this is not necessary. Px, it's going to be 8. So I'm going to copy this. Okay, so now if I get into the uses, we can have this. All right, so inside this users now, if I get into the users, I don't have anything. But here, this is the place where we need to bring those data tables, right? We need to bring that data tables. And in the inquiries, this is the place where we are getting that users. Okay, so this is the place where we are accessing that users. This is the place where we are fetching it, and it is returning that information over here. Now if I need to get the same users over here, I need to get the same users over here. So I'm going to change this function into an asynchronous function, then const users is equals to await get users. We need to fetch the users informations, open it. Okay, so that is going to give us the users informations. So for that, I'm going to use the data table. So this is the data table. So if you scroll all the way to the bottom, they give you the complete informations, how to define the column sets and everything. And you can, if you scroll, we don't worry about the column. I'm going to help you out how to set the columns and everything. But if you check out our how to do the pagination, how to include the pagination, what is the code you need to copy? You just need to copy and update your informations in the data table. Okay, and if you want to do the pagination controls, do the same thing, and do the same thing for sorting, and do the same thing for your the filtering, visibility, row selections. So you just have to go through the documentation. In this case, now first all you have to do is to copy this and add this, and you need to add this. Now in the UI, okay, all you have to do is to copy this complete code, and you need to paste for your column, and you need to copy this complete code. You need to create a data table for that particular component. So in this case, we need to keep this as the reusable component. Okay, so in order to do that, what I'm going to do is, instead of copying and doing the same stuff again, you just have to copy it from here. Okay, otherwise leave it. Let's do it by ourselves. Let me show you how to do that. Data table. All you have to do is to get into the components folder and create a new folder called data-table.tsx. We need to create ourselves a new table. Okay, so then we need to copy this stuff completely and paste it inside here. That's it. Data table. Make sure that you're copying the data table component. Copy it and paste it completely. Now I need to get into the users. I'm going to create myself a new folder called components. So that's the place where we are going to display that information, right? So we need to get that information and we need to display that information. So wait a minute. One second. So next we need to talk about the columns. So I'm going to create myself a new folder inside over here. Inside the dashboard routes, and inside here, I'm going to create myself a new column over here. New file called here columns.tsx. All right. So inside here now I need to copy this command, copy completely from here, and I need to paste it over here. Okay. So don't worry about this part. Though all those things are coming from the directly from the code which is given by the shared CN itself. Now we need to make some necessary changes. This is not going to be the payment. So what we are going to try to display, we are going to display the users column. Okay, we are trying to display the users columns, right? So, and I don't want to display the these stuffs. So I'm going to delete this. So what is the thing that we need to display? Users. So what are the table in the table? If you check in the users, what are the things we need to have? We need to display their full name, email, and the image URL, and the created it, when they created it. So all I have to do is to display full name, which is going to be what to say, a string. Then I need to display email, which is going to be string. Then I need to display image underscore URL, that is also going to be a string. Then I need to display created at, which is going to be a string. All these things are needs to be displayed. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to say accessory key, which is going to be the field name, and this is the display name. Display name is going to be full name, and email, which is going to be email itself. Then it is going to be image URL, which is going to be image. Then I'm going to copy this one more time. Then I'm going to do it as created at field, which is going to be created at field. Accessory key, which is going to be created at. Okay. And this is going to be date, when the user is being created. So, but the problem is for the created at field, we need to display the sorting date wise sorting option, right? We need to display the date wise sorting option. So in order to do the date wise sorting options, I need to do the row wise filtering and all those options. So let me show you how to add all those options one after another and everything. Okay, so here in the pagination, so first we are going to do the pagination. So let us open the data table. Where is the data table? So I'm gonna get this data table pagination. So I'm gonna copy it, and right after here I'm gonna import that. Then I'm gonna copy this command. Then I'm going to paste it straight right after here. Then if you scroll next to it, you can see it's asking us to import this one. So I'm going to import this button right at the top anywhere. Then if you scroll to the down, and it's asking us to wrap it into an entire division. So I'm gonna cut this out, cut it, create yourself a div, and inside that paste it, right? So this is the place where we are having the table and all those stuff, and this division, this is the place this division is completely getting finished. And right after here I need to copy this code, copy where we are pasting it. So save this. This is the place division, table is opened and the table is finished. That particular division, the table is opened and closed it, and right after this division I need to copy this and I need to paste it over here, save it, right? Then if you scroll, we need to add the sorting option. So I'm going to add this sorting. For sorting you need to add these two things. Open it, and here you need to add this one sorting state, copy it and include that sorting state right after your column definition, right here. Okay, and for that we need to import this one, copy this and paste it right after your I think this is supposed to be on the top. This needs to be copied, so don't make any mistakes. This needs to be pasted right after here. So order doesn't matter, but the place where you are importing, it's always matters. So please make sure, don't make any mistakes over there. So data table t value, so right after here above this I need to paste, and I need to bring the import this React instance as well as, so I'm going to import everything on the top, save it. Okay, then I need to add these two options, so copy these two and I need to add them right after your row model over here. Okay, so this is going to be, copy this, and right after here I'm gonna paste it. Perfect, now we don't have any issues over there. Then all the way to the bottom I need to add, this is the place, this is how you can include the sorting options. So now I need to get into the columns and I'm going to copy this header section, copy it just exactly the same as it is, and for the date we are going to add that. So I'm going to bring this button, add components, then I'm going to bring this arrow down, up and down from the Lucid React. This is going to be the date field. Now it's finished. So now let's go here, and for the data table, okay, so let's expand it, and here by defaultly it's filtering. We need to add the filtering options as well as, so let's get into the filtering. So I'm going to add this column state at the top, then I'm going to add this one also, filter model. Okay, then I'm going to get this input option, I'm going to put it right after or here anywhere. Then I'm going to include this, cut this, paste it. Then I'm going to include this column, copy this, and that is going to be on column filters, and in the inside the states I'm going to add the column filter states. Okay, then if you scroll down and right in between over here I'm going to include these two divisions, copy this division and paste it. Problem over here is this is completely fixed, right? So this is completely fixed over here, so I need to change this. Instead of filtering the email alone based on the key value what I'm supplying inside, I need to display that. So I'm going to create myself a search key. So in the props over here, create a search key and supply the search key prop into your data table component search key, then get into here the place where you are filtering it. So that is the place where we are going to filter the placeholder. So the placeholder is going to be, I'm gonna close this, bring the dynamic strill, then filter by whatever the value that you are supplying in the search key that is going to be used over here. Then the column value, it's not an email, we're gonna delete that, those two of them. Then that is going to filter the value based on the search key values. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. Now all you have to save these two changes, and now I do have the column definitions for that. Save it, and let's get back over here to the users. Okay, now I know that I do have the users informations over here, right? So if I don't have any users, I'm going to keep it as an empty array for this, right? So basically I'm going to fetch that get users. If I don't have that, I'm going to keep that as an empty array. Now I need to format that. So const format users is equals to, I'm going to say which this users, it's basically it's going to be the users column array. Then I'm just going to get that instead of doing this one over here, we can simply say I need to get the users. If I don't have the users, I'm going to keep it as an empty array, right? This is the conditional rendering. Either use the users or use the empty array. Then I'm going to do the map function, use the map function, open it. Then I'm going to get the user information out of it. Then I'm going to say use it as a value object. It's going to return a value object, enter. And inside here it's going to return the ID, of course ID basically is going to be from the user table. I'm going to get the ID supplied. Then I'm going to get the full name, which is going to be the user dot full name itself. If it doesn't have the username, use it as an empty string. Then I'm going to use the last name, sorry, email field, which is going to be user.email email. If the email field is not exist, then use it as an not available. Do the same thing for not available. Then I'm going to use it for image URL, which is going to be if the user does have the image URL, use that. Otherwise, I'm going to use the avatar image from our public assets image. Sorry. Yep, this is the one. So we're going to use that slash assets slash svg slash avatar dot svg. Okay, then I need to supply the created at. So I'm going to say created at. It's going to be do we so here created at, we need to display the created at, right? No, wait a second, somewhere inside I just created at, displayed it in a different way. Nope, not here. So I'm just going to say if user dot created at, then I'm just going to display when it has been created. So I'm going to display a string, convert it into something like this, convert it into a date of user dot created at, then convert it into a two local date string. I'm going to use this EN US language format, English US, and the date style which I'm going to display, date style, which is going to be the medium date style. If it doesn't have that information, then all I have to do is to simply display not available. Save it. Okay, so let's refresh it. What is that? Localhost. Come on. Let's comment these changes and then let's trigger the localhost. I don't know why this issue is happening suddenly. It's saying clerk is not working. I don't know why. Page isn't working. I'm not sure. Maybe the issue with the clerk. What is this? Local host colon 3000. Okay. Due to some reason, it is not working on Chrome. I don't know why. Inspect the elements and let me empty the cache and reload it. Oh, come on. Okay, so I think I need to restart my Chrome. Let me restart my Chrome. I don't know why it is not opening, but it is working on Safari. Maybe I think Chrome memory just, okay, so Chrome just got updated. That's the reason. Oh my goodness, still the same. Okay, let me close this and let me open it on the Safari itself, Safari. And here local host colon 3000. And let me click login. Continue with Google. There we go. Click the dashboard. It's fetching all these necessary informations. All right, so here we go. And if I get it in the users, okay, so let me comment all these, uncomment all these things, save this. There is no issues so far, but here we are getting, okay, so we never used it. So here, this is the place where we need to display the data table, right? So let's get the data table. And for the data table, I need to supply the data, which is going to be your formatted users. Then I need to supply the columns, which is going to be the users columns, which we users, I don't think so. This is supposed to be column, I think so. Come on, what is the value? Yeah, this is the column. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste it over here. I think that is an issue with my overflow. I think my PC it's been getting overflowed. That's the reason. Columns. Then supply the search key. Wait a minute. I think because my PC it's overflowing. Yes, I don't have enough memory to run this, so that's the reason it is overflowing. Let me stop the server for a while and I'm gonna run this. Yep, get the columns from there. And then supply the search key, which is going to be search key. It's going to be the full name. We are going to search the user based on the full name itself. Here, what is the issue? ID is basically a number which we are getting, but we are trying to use it as a string. So let's change those type into a number. So that should fix that issue. Perfect. And now let me run the server and let me refresh it over here. Now we should able to see the data table. Let's wait, it's still loading. Here we go. So far in our users table, it's completely empty. So that's the reason we are not seeing anything, but the data table is loaded perfectly, right? So I hope everything is working fine. So let's go ahead and do the same stuff for the inquiries and we will came to know whether it is working fine or not. So I'm going to stop recording it.